Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Due to the overwhelming responses on the poll that I put on my community tab the other day, I decided to put together what a typical weekend looks like for me in Los Angeles. The timeline of this is right after the live stream, photo shoot, and before the Neotropolis event. I am a huge advocate for Dine LA. It's 2 weeks of restaurants that are participating with a prefix menu to show off what they can do twice a year. Usually they do January and July, but this year they did one in April, and I was able to catch 2 restaurants. The first up is About Last Knife, and this was part of a hotel called the Godfrey, and food was fantastic. We ordered pretty much one of every cocktail. On the way back, I realized that it was right by a Netflix campus. Check out these projections. I wonder what their electricity bill is every year. Next up, we have Gusto Green, and this is a brand new place, opened January of 2022, and the inside was gorgeous. The people were dressed so nicely. The servers did everything before I even opened my mouth. I never had to ask for water. I would definitely come back here again. The fish was super fresh. The pasta was amazing. I even want to say it was better than the steak, which is crazy to me. And it is plant forward, so vegan friendly. Next, I stopped by for a couple hours to a meadery in Carson before heading to a show where I did a flight to try all of the meads that they offer. For those of you who are unfamiliar, meads are a honey wine infused with other fruit flavors like blueberry, watermelon, apricot, cantaloupe, and so on. And I ended the night at 10 downtown LA, where there were drag queens and great mashup music to dance all night to. I like to start out the morning with a fresh batch of juice. Special thanks to MP for gifting this to me. I've wanted one for so long, and this works as a great meal replacement. My favorite green juice to make consists of Granny Smith apples, celery, cucumber, kale, spinach, and a little bit of ginger or lemon. I also really love orange, carrot, and ginger combined. Pineapple is great too, but you gotta watch out for that sugar. I got accepted as a dancer to Neotropolis, and so I wanted to go to the fashion district to find some vinyl for a pair of cosplay guns that I was going to create, and to see if there were any outfits I could buy while I was there.
Sometimes I feel like you should have been born a girl.
Perhaps.
Lol, me talking to my pup and telling him how great of a lesbian he would have been.
Ooh, sparkle, sparkle.
So no one seems to have holographic vinyl, or it's not transparent, so the search continues. Very shiny, but very not what I needed. I did find a great source for leather though, and I checked out Michael Levine, but wasn't impressed with what they had as much as their store had various options. It was time for a coffee break because it was way too early for my pup to be alive and kicking. So I found this cafe that was hidden in an alley, and look at how freaking cute it is. It's called No Ghost Bears, and everything is custom, including their coffee machine to the painted illustration on their tiles. And everything was such on brand. I loved it. Go ahead and try their black sesame latte, as it was like a cozy blanket that enveloped your whole body. After coffee, I headed over to Santee Alley. This is a marketplace that has everything for really affordable prices.
Ooh, they do light up.
You want to be spiritual pink? And you could get everything from hair clips to reflective gear to bodysuits, sparkling bikinis, and, to my surprise, even rave wear. This would be good for all of the partying that I do, and it can also overlap with my performance. Check out all of these really high platform glitter boots, as well as some UV reactive, I don't know what. I do have to say they put A for effort for designing and creating a space that is appropriate for what they sell. And actually, I got something for my pup, which I will reveal at a later time. I absolutely love how sparkly everything is. I'm a Leo, so everything shiny is just drawn to me like a magnet. I found some incense and stuff for spiritual work. I also bought a couple of hats that were red and autumn rust color, because what is a look without a good hat, no matter what the season? But then it was time to go to a marketplace. That was after shedding a layer or two because it got really warm. And of course I had to take a quick photo in this gorgeous stairway that I was spontaneously passing by. I felt like having hand rolls for lunch, but on the way I found Sonora Town on mobile maps and decided to try their tacos since I've actually seen them featured here on YouTube. I ordered one of each of the tacos and split them with my pup, and they were really delicious. The salsa was simmering spicy, and then it was on my way to Kazunori. Oh, it is danger, not dancer. Oops. Man, markets and marketplaces are the name for this adventure. Kazunori was already packed at half an hour past 12, and so I patiently waited at the front as they don't take any reservations. But when I got seated, I was able to get my regular 6 hand rolls and try their mountain yam combination, which was refreshing and also slimy, but not in an unpleasant way. Grand Central Market is located in this space on a corner in downtown Los Angeles, and lots of different pop-up restaurants and eateries have offerings during the day. Unfortunately, most of the original restaurants did not survive through the pandemic, and so new spaces have come up. Donut Friend is vegan and super delicious, doesn't even taste like it's vegan. Sorry is a Filipino fusion place that has bowls that are delicious. I would have died if I saw this candy store when I was growing up. Lots of spices, and this really awesome soda bottle interactive photo op right here. Instead of going to the cheesy, colorful wings, I decided to take a photo in front of these lit up bottles instead. A farmer's market had the street closed down, and so we walked through it because I love to see what is out there. And to my surprise, I did find something this time. A jewelry pop-up was selling this pyrite ring, and so I purchased it for $11. This ring matched perfectly with the pyrite bracelet that I already had on. Next up was going to Melrose to check out Jet Rag, that has things for $1 at the front of the thrift store on Sundays. I wanted to see if there were any coats or anything that I could purchase for Neotropolis. It's got like a patchwork thing going on.
And it has a the button is down.
I can sew that back on, no problem. Wait, and then this was the other one. Ooh, I like the leather on this too. 60? 75. Oh my god, I'm loving this suede brocade thing going on. I didn't really find anything in there that I loved. There were beautiful patterns and people dressed amazingly, but I just wasn't feeling anything that called to me personally. I always have a set of silk fans in the bag, and I found this beautiful gate that inspired me to flow in front of it as it complemented the color of my pants. Check out my other channel, linked at the end of this video for the full flow. I was gonna go visit a couple of friends that evening to hang out and eat together. I never attend to anything empty-handed, and so I bought a cake that was mango and coconut from a local patisserie and headed on over. Check out this amazing spread that S put together for us. He's always super knowledgeable of pairings and what goes well with what taste-wise. We sampled everything from France to Italy to Spain and ended the evening with some whiskey and a night of fun dancing again. The next day, I went to Smorgasburg. This happens every Sunday at 10 to 4 p.m. It is at The Row in downtown LA, and a bunch of pop-up restaurants come by and set up for your enjoyment. Starting off, I wanted musubi and got 4 kinds with different friends. My method of madness is dividing and conquering. Once I purchase something from one line, I go ahead and eat it with friends in another line waiting to get my next meal. It's really cute because if you are full or need a minute to take a breath, you can do that with all these shops that are there, from jewelry to soaps and hot sauces and clothing. Or you can get a drink to refresh yourself under the hot sun, or you can get something sweet or, again, savory and seafoody.
Literally, like, make a mountain.
Okay.
And then you scoop one side.
Man, you're like doing origami on this thing.
My sister's the one to like figure everything out, and then I'll just, train. We're the real rapper over here. Ta-da!
Yeah! Oh my god, I love the pork song. Hell yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Some of you may remember Kartika from the live stream photo shoot, and this is her sister's business. It's a Balinese type of pop-up, and they serve really amazing food. Go check them out if you are local or visiting LA. This used to be an American Apparel factory, and after that closed down, they opened it up for shops that line the streets all along this area. Everything is very modernized with painting and designs. The coffee shops and ice cream shops are just really wonderful surprises as you're walking along, and you get to try a bunch of different things while sharing it with great company. The sun was at about 4 p.m. when we decided to change location from this wonderland of stores. Next up was a new Peruvian restaurant called Cabra, which is at the rooftop of the Hoxton. The This place was gorgeous. The furniture was so beautiful and actually matched what I was wearing. The rooftop had a swimming pool that glistened underneath the sun, and behind it was the bar and restaurant. We literally ordered just about everything that was on the menu, from cocktails to tapas to dessert. Everything was super beautiful and colorful. The empanadas were extremely flaky and there was goat meat inside. Speaking of which, their logo is extremely cute. It's a little goat with a big head and small body, reminiscent of my rising sign of Capricorn. They say that you could tell a person and how they live their lives by the types of food that they prepare and how colorful it is. I think this justifies how I live my life to the fullest and full of very colorful people. A lot of people think that they need a reason to celebrate. I believe that life should be celebrated every single day, that you're alive, and if you could share that with a special someone or someone's, that's even better. Food always tastes better when you're around friends and family, especially your chosen family. As the sun was setting, the lights of the city started to sparkle all around us, and we could watch traffic from below as the white and red lights twinkled in the twilight. After visiting the pool area and taking a couple of pictures, the night was still young, and so I recommended to go to Clifton's. It's a very old building that has 7 bars inside on various levels. They had been under construction during the pandemic, and now they were open. Everybody had agreed that they could use some digestifs in the form of cocktails, and so we went over as they were about to open for the evening. Clifton's has a rich history, kind of like a Disneyland of bars. The first place that we wanted to go to was Seven Seas, and in order to go there, you had to go through a mirror that is unassuming against a wall, which leads you up 3 flights of stairs and to the 3rd floor, where it is a dim tiki lounge. I suggest going to this floor first because a lot of people, when they first flood in, try to go to the bars and the main level and the 2nd floor. But for those of us who like our tiki drinks strong and ready to go without a long line, that is where we go first. The bartender asked where I had gotten drinks previously, as he asked how my night was going. When I told him about the Cabra restaurant, he actually mentioned that he stayed at Hoxton over quarantine as a staycation for himself. That makes me wonder what the rooms look like. After a couple rounds of tiki drinks, we went down and looked at the Gothic area, which is like a chapel that has real wooden furniture and pieces from an actual cathedral that they imported into this space. The DJ booth is on a pulpit, and this magnificent altar is now the bar. There's a giant tree that is in the middle of everything. All the way at the bottom is a fireplace that's cozy with cute seating, and at the top there are staggered disco balls that light up when the lights shine on it. All the bartenders at Seven Seas were Latino and Asian, and all of the bartenders at this chapel were tall, white guys with tattoos. I don't know if this is just coincidence, but it seems like there's a theme here. On the 1st floor, there are colorful lights behind the bars, as well as delightful little trinkets and knickknacks that are hidden by the seating areas. And it really is like a cabinet of curiosities as you discover further and further into the back of the building. There are taxidermy and real dioramas of nature, and kind of like how Walt Disney wanted to represent Frontierland, Clifford E. Clinton wanted people to immerse themselves in nature in his own space. There's waterfalls, hidden doors that lead you to other paintings, and it's a really great place to explore, especially with a drink in hand. There's intimate dining tables that you can sit with your friends and talk business, or lounges with lovely leather couches that overlook the street below. There are photos of what the place used to look like previously, and you can tell that they tried their best to maintain the integrity of what the space looked like while keeping it modern and up to date. So this is what a weekend looks like with me. Of course, not every weekend is packed like this. Things have started opening up again, so I am seeing a lot of friends and visiting all of my favorite places once again and supporting them. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it so that others can get inspired by what Los Angeles has to offer. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I have new content out. Be safe, have fun, everyone.